So, in general, I believe that Wano is set up to be extremely Straw Hat centric. And I know that a lot of people may not see that just yet or feel that just yet. I think a lot of people actually think that it's, not focusing on the Straw Hats enough. And that's been a criticism throughout the New World, I think, for a lot of people. But I suggest just be patient because thematically, I believe that is what everything is pointing towards. And if you don't believe me, then that's fine. Like, I'm not going to get into that too much in this video, but you can definitely look forward to that video that I will make eventually about why Wano is set to be really Straw Hat centric in a few weeks or so. Just know that I believe that to be the case, and with that in mind, I think we're far enough in the arc that we can start picking out hints of what it seems like each Straw Hat's plotline or challenge may be in Wano. Like, so previously I've talked about Zoro, and literally in my last video I focused on Usopp being taken captive. So this time I want to focus on Chopper, because with chapter 943's reveal, I think that Chopper's role has become apparent. I think that the people of Ibisu Town will be cured. I believe that any future victims of the Smile Fruit that we might see pop up throughout the arc, be that maybe some of the Straw Hats even, or some of the other named characters we have, I believe that they'll be cured. I'm certain we will see, Otoko able to express herself without smiling by the end, because that's really one of the first things that we learned in this series, that there is no disease that cannot be cured. So yes, really the theory that I'm getting at in this video is that curing the people of Ibisu Town and all the other Smile victims will be Chopper's challenge this arc, and he will be the key to undoing the side effects of Smile. So why do I think this? Well, beyond the obvious, like the people of Ibisu Town have this medical problem. Chopper's this medical genius doctor. He's the guy that's always relied on to treat medical problems. So of course, if you had to bet on someone treating the Smile users, you would probably bet on Chopper. But in this case, there's more to it than that. There's more to it that suggests to me that this won't just be the run-of-the-mill situation where Chopper cures people at the end of an arc. I think that there are a lot of things that suggest that this is actually a very specifically designed, you could say sort of custom-made medical challenge that Oda has built up for Chopper to really make a significant plotline out of. To begin with, right? This is a devil fruit specific problem. This whole Smile side effect comes from a devil fruit. And not just any devil fruit, a zone devil fruit. And for Chopper, zone devil fruits are kind of his specialty. Like, the first time that we realize that Chopper is a genius is when we discover that he's actually been able to change the effects of devil fruits. As far as we know, he's still the only character who has ever scientifically managed to change the effects of devil fruits. Unless you want to count Vegapunk, discovering how to feed objects devil fruits, but, we won't get into that. Okay, but now while Smile fruits are artificial, at the end of the day, they share the properties of devil fruits, right? As such, to me, it seems like dealing with the effects of these devil fruits and figuring out a way to alter them, that's right up Chopper's alley. So we have that sort of foundation already laid where it seems like Chopper is a good fit for this problem, this existing problem in Wano. But on top of that, what's interesting to me is that we can also track Chopper's story throughout the New World so far and see, I think, a lot of setup for him having to solve the Smile problems. Because as I've seen it so far, the recurring challenge for Chopper has been countering Caesar's work. Back in Punk Hazard, he had a pretty significant plot line there where he found out that the children were being drugged, and he made it his mission to save them. That was basically his responsibility throughout that arc. And while, yes, ultimately Law was the one to cure them, Chopper was the one who really spearheaded the cure the children mission in the first place. And at the end of the day, Chopper was the one who personally treated Mocha. So after that, Chopper wasn't really in, he wasn't really in Dressrosa so much, but in Zou, the main problem they faced when they arrived was that all the minks were suffering from Caesar's chemical gas weapon. And so Chopper's mission in Zou, in that arc, was to cure them of the effects of Caesar's chemical gas. And he ended up doing so, which is why he's now praised as basically, if you see him like with a crown and cape and everything like that, that's why he's praised now as basically the savior of the minks. So first it was Chopper dealing with Caesar's gigantification drugs. Then it was Chopper dealing with Caesar's poison gas. And now the big problem that has surfaced is Caesar's Smile fruit side effects. So taking a step back, this all seems to flow, pretty naturally to me, because the Punk Hazard and the Zoe storylines. They were lead-up storylines to this Wano storyline. And those other experiments that Caesar was working on, the gigantification and the chemical gas weapons, those were his secondary projects to Caesar's main product, which was the Smile Devil Fruits. So basically, it makes sense to me that Oda set things up such that the Smile Devil Fruit is the big issue. It's Caesar's big bad creation that needs to be dealt with in the Wano storyline. And Oda neatly led up to that by having Chopper have this recurring challenge of dealing with Caesar's other side projects in the storylines leading up to Wano. If I'm right about this theory, then overall I think it's a well thought out continuing storyline that Oda developed for Chopper from the start of the New World till now. So that's all for this theory. Let's see how this plays out. I think now there is a tremendous amount of potential for what Oda could choose to do with the Smile Fruits going forward, since really any Straw Hat without a Devil Fruit could become a victim-like killer. So I see a lot of ways that this might even become, if one of the non-fruit using Straw Hats were to eat one of the Smile Devil Fruits, I could see this even becoming a more personal challenge for Chopper to deal with. Anyway, going forward, I'm going to keep trying to figure out what specific arcs or challenges each Straw Hat will face in Wano. So if you enjoyed this video and want to see more videos like this one, then definitely like, share, and subscribe.